Welcome, welcome. What's going on, good people? It's your boy Smooth. You already know who that is. Oh, on this side.
Yep. Yep. It's boy Dang.
What's going on? Welcome to the fans' perspective. This is our a new show, a new series to the Network, Grown Folk Talk. Uh, I'm excited because this is something I have a passion for. To those who know me, you know, I love sports. I love talking about sports. Me and my brother Dane, we've been talking about this for a minute, doing this for a minute. So, uh, tell them how you feel about starting this new show, bro.
Finally. Oh wait, can we talk about wrestling too? Because I was a big wrestling fan growing up, and
Hey,
uh,
hey, hey! I could get back in tune with the AEW. I know Shaq just got his head got
oh, he got put
put in
through
the
a tape.
ambulance.
He got put through two tables.
Word up, word up.
Oh, spoiler alert! I'm sorry, just in case somebody didn't see it.
Yeah. So, well, we know what I mean. Welcome, y'all. We're gonna have on this show, on the sports show, we're gonna be talking about all sports. It's not just gonna be a basketball, football, baseball. I love tennis, I love soccer. I like watching gymnastics, track and field. I love everything. So we go anything that got to do with sports. What I mean, we're gonna talk about. Some shows may be like today's show may be a little bit more NBA or basketball heavy, but it is what it is. So let's get right to it. We ain't gonna be here too long. We're just gonna run through these topics. First thing we want to talk about is the controversy going on now in the
What's
NBA.
up, Rock?
What's going on, brother? With Myers Leonard.
That
Uh,
scumbag.
he was
I'm
on his
sorry.
Twitch, and he let a few expletives and derogatory terms and or racial slur fly towards the Jewish community. And so, therefore, he has been suspended indefinitely. He has been banned from all facilities, from the Miami Heat banned him from everything. Peace, bro. And he also is fined $50,000. Uh, Dane, before have my take, give my take, I want to hear how you feel about
Long time gamer, like all my life. Then the coming age of internet, we've heard people say
it.
some really jacked up things. The most racist people come out playing Call of Duty. I've learned. Um, my first bit of racial slurs coming from I think Call of Duty, uh, Modern Warfare. My first time playing Call of Duty. Haven't played Call of Duty in years, but still, it
Mhm.
burns your memory of jumping in parties, people using the N word all the time to me, or not even just to me. They don't know who Agent Shinlo is. They just
Yeah, they just
see a
use you.
name. They just say, "You smell like N word here." I'm like, what the heck?
Hmm.
Okay, whatever. No, I just stopped playing that game altogether. Then playing certain sports games, they call you, you know, oh, he must be a fast jumper. He must be a N word. I'm like, what? What's people so bent on calling people the N word?
Because they comfortable.
But but it seemed like things are this topic for a different show. Maybe our main cast on GFT Radio Monday nights at 10. Um, Nothing comes to play when it comes to the N word until just recently.
Hmm.
But using a Jewish slur, um, that has repercussions beyond anything because uh, the Jewish families have a lot of stakes in a lot of businesses, entertainment, and all across the globe. So you know that that's not going to fly, regardless of anything. That's something. Some things you just shouldn't say anyway.
Yeah, I think one of the owners of the Miami Heat is Jewish. That's the wild part about it. What's going on,
Hey,
Sonny,
Sonny.
queen of the network? My thoughts about it is this. First of all, you can tell when people get comfortable, the real tends to come out. And last year, Myers Leonard, during the bubble, when all the brothers was protesting, taking a knee, he chose to stand, and he still hide around the veil of his brother served in the army, which kneeling had nothing to do. Like, so I never understood him using that reasoning. So all that goodwill, but he brought a lot of goodwill with people. Jimmy Butler stood up for him. You know what I mean? vouched for him and everything. His teammates vouched for him, so he got a pass. You know, they did. I remember them doing a special on him on TNT. You feel me? Where they had his brother. He was doing an interview, and he didn't know his brother was going to show, and they just showed his brother. He started getting all emotional. Them talking about their family, all of this. So he built a lot of goodwill, and in that quick clip, no more than 15 seconds, all of that is thrown out the window. So then he had it. Then he gave that apology, which was kind of vague. You know what I mean? To me, it was insincere.
It was a
Yeah,
PR apology.
yeah, but it still didn't meet the mark, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, he tried to throw it under. I didn't know what that word meant. Uh, what he say? You know, kind of ignorant to it or whatever. He was kind. He said he was kind of ignorant to it or whatever. My thing is the way you used it and in the tone you used it in, you knew exactly what you were saying.
But my retort is that you're a grown man. If you was
Exa-
15, 16 saying stuff like that, I might give you a pass. Like, kids would be say stupid things. Like, I used to say some words that's not appropriate to other people. Like, oh,
Fact.
I didn't know what that word really meant. I heard it through backdoor channels.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a grown man. You live in the NBA. No, you're an NBA player. You travel. You know what certain things mean and don't mean.
You seen movies like what was that? Forget which the movie had Bumpy Johnson, Dutch Schultz. Uh, I think Lawrence Fishburne was in it, and the book and everybody seen that movie. Damn, took place in Harlem or whatever. But they used it. It's plenty of movies where that term was used that we all grew up on and that we seen. That I know he's seen, even though he's younger than us. So, but to me, that ain't even the point. To me, it's like it was insincere, and you try to deflect. You try to
Hey,
take the
Joy.
you try. What's going on, Joy? You try to take the oh, I was blind. I'm ignorant. I didn't know any better. So now you want to get a little sympathy, but like you said, you knew better first of all. But something, at first when I was judging, I was like how you was in the beginning, and then I was listening to a few celebrities and a few sportscasters who were Jewish speak out. You feel me? And one was Max Kellerman from ESPN First Take. He's
Hmm.
Jewish. Uh, you heard the athlete. Everybody know Julian Edelman for the
Yep.
Patriots. He offered to, you know what I mean, he extended the olive branch, so to speak, and said he, you know what I mean, show him a good time, educate him on some things. Same thing he did with Deshaun Jackson. You know what I mean, Julian Edelman seemed like a good dude. You feel me? But then you also had, Michael Rappaport. I want to get to him first. Michael Rappaport didn't accept this apology. He was like, man, F you. Know what I mean? You knew
He
what
wears
you
his
meant.
heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, he
With
was
Michael
like,
Rappaport.
yeah, he was like, nah, I mean, you knew what you meant. You knew what you were saying. Know what I mean? The apology was phony. Fuck out of here. All of that. So when you get to Max Kellerman, he was saying, you know what I mean? Because he was mentioning Hoodlum. There you go, Willie. Thank you. Thank you.
What up,
Hoodlum.
Willie?
Uh, so when he start when Max was telling his story, he was telling how his daughter was named after his great great grandmother who was killed, shot to death in one of the camps over there, one of the Nazi camps. So that's why
Yeah.
he named his daughter after her. So he was like, you know what I mean? So if anybody should be offended, you know what I mean? It should be me. He was like, and I'm telling you, I'm not offended. I have questions, right, Sonny? But I mean, he just went in. He wasn't too much upset with him. He was more so disappointed, and he was like, he had questions. You feel? Where did you hear the word? Do you really feel like that? Were you just talking like that? You know what I mean? He didn't accept the apology. He thought the apology was insincere, but he was just saying he had questions. And then the brother Stephen A stepped in. And he was like, you know what? I never looked at it like that. And at the same time he was saying that, I was thinking it too. Like when people from other races, like you mentioned, say the N-word, call us niggas and all that. You feel me? We catch them like a Riley Cooper and all of that. I don't want to hear from other racial groups or ethnicities how we should feel or how we should handle it. So instead of me getting upset and mad at Myers Leonard, I'm taking that approach. I'm not upset with him. I'm not mad at him because I'm not the offended party. You know what I mean? I'm not the offended party. Am I disappointed? I mean, yeah, you feel me? Because you should know better. First of all, you should just know better. You know what I mean? Common sense. Like everybody's on Twitch. You know what I mean? Whatever you say, gonna get out there. But you know, I'm gonna let them handle that. Tell them how to feel. I'm not gonna tell them how they should feel or how they should cancel him and or what should happen. Like I don't feel like he should be kicked out of the league. You know what I mean? And the league also say he's gonna have to go through some cultural diverse training or something like that as well.
Another PR stunt.
Yeah,
because he's a valuable player. If he was Kwame Brown, he wouldn't be asked to come back to the league. He'd be somewhere under the bleachers sleeping.
If he was Kwame Brown, and he would have been kicked out because he was black, not because he was Kwame. You feel
okay.
me? It's a different set of rules.
How about this? We're both right.
Yeah. Feel me? It's a different set of rules. Well, now I mean that's how we feel about Myers. We're gonna get him out of here. We just wanted to touch on that for a sec, you know what I mean? So let's get into some basketball. All-Star weekend just passed.
From Detroit? You know, well, from Detroit to the borough.
From Detroit to the borough, your boy, you know what I mean? Blake Griffin is going to Brooklyn. You feel me? Hello, Brooklyn.
He's going to a county. Wow. We'll get on that another time. But yeah.
It seems like the Nets are trying to stack the deck. Because I think Blake, you know, everybody was killing Blake about his numbers. Oh, he hasn't dunked in X amount of years or X amount of games. I really think Blake didn't want to be in Detroit. I think he didn't want to risk getting injured. So he wasn't fully engaged, sort of like how Vince was when he was in Toronto before he got traded.
I want to disagree, but that's watching the games up close, this Joker, his game has changed since his injuries.
Yeah.
Remember when Chris Webber, how he used to play until he had his injuries? His game has changed after his injuries. He learned how to be. He already was a great passer, but he even just focused on those skill sets even more so after his injuries. Blake Griffin, he didn't have the supporting cast. 1, 2, he had to play a little different style because there was nobody else on the team really. You had Andre Drummond who had no post game. He's a broke man's Dwight Howard. If Dwight Howard was broke, and Detroit didn't really put nothing around him to really elevate, not to elevate his game, but those injuries. I think just mostly injuries took over.
I think I'll say injuries because if you think back a couple of years, he was just an all-star with the Detroit Pistons.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think he got hurt right before the playoffs had started. I think y'all was playing Milwaukee, and he tried to come back and play against.
He tried to come back in Game 3. It wasn't working.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
Milwaukee was a juggernaut anyway at that time.
Yeah, and I mean, but I feel like he was. That was Giannis' first MVP season, right?
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
they was favored to actually win.
Yeah. So but now that he's in Brooklyn, so you got Brooklyn was playing tonight. They playing the Celtics. I actually was watching it earlier.
He turned it off for this show.
He was actually on the sideline. He was in the building. So you got him. You got Harden, Kyrie, KD,
Andre
Green, DeAndre. Like I think they're just trying to stack the deck against my boy Bron. I think they're really scared of Bron. You feel me? I think KD ain't. I don't think KD. That's why KD been out. I don't think he was physically ready for the season, the grind of the season. You
No.
feel me? So they're trying to they're trying to hold him back and keep him right. But if AD come back healthy, bro, and Lakers are going to pick up a big man, an athletic big man, uh, Lakers in 4 against them boys. 4 or 5. That's what I'm saying. Lakers in 5. Everybody thinks it's going 7 or 6. Lakers in 5, bro. That's how I'm coming. That's how I feel.
Brooklyn with that team is a nice team. It looks pretty on paper, but who's going to play defense for the backcourt?
Facts.
I mean, Andre Drummond can only do so much. I'm sorry, Andre Drummond. DeAndre Jordan can only do so much without getting in foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Now,
he's a rim
granted,
protector.
it is a room out there that they were still going to try to get Andre too, but I felt I think some sources said on ESPN like Andre really trying to Drummond. He's trying to get to the Lakers. That's what I'm saying. They get him, AD, Bron. Like I just don't see it because they have they already had the defensive principles. And my thing with the Brooklyn is the same issue they had last year with the Clippers. Continuity. You feel me? You can't just throw it together once playoff time hit and think you're going to win. It's not like that.
It's not Tom Brady and the Bucks. You can't do that.
yeah, you know what I mean. But even them, they went through trial by fire. They went through a whole season. They went through a whole season. You
not
feel
half.
me? Like KD,
yeah,
Kyrie, and James only played 7 games? I think 7 games together. You know what I mean? This whole season so far. So they haven't really had time to build any chemistry. Everybody keep talking about James Harden up for MVP, which he is having, but he's been that for the last 6 seasons. He's been top 3 or 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, he got a clear argument that over the past 6 years he should have 3 MVPs. Now I mean, the year he won, the year Steph first one, and arguably the year Westbrook won it, because Westbrook really just won it for the numbers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But,
so.
But it's one thing I took out of that argument. Remember Barkley a couple of years ago when LeBron was trying to get everybody to play with him? Barkley was like, it seemed like he doesn't want to compete. He's talking about LeBron.
Yeah.
He said that he was like, LeBron doesn't seem like he wants to compete. He wants to have all the good players on his team. You could take the same narrative for KD right now. He doesn't want to compete. He wants to have all the great players for his team.
Them two playing chess.
Right.
Them two playing chess. Like I feel like LeBron did the chess move. Everybody like Bron needed Wade and them in Miami. He just needed help. He just needed teammates. You know what I mean? So he went, he got them teammates, he had them gunners behind him. And like they said, that first season he was deferring too much. Like, yeah, we're in Wade County. But once Wade said, yeah, it's your team, you feel me? They took off.
Yeah.
That was his first chess move. So what KD did, remember when KD won MVP in 2014?
Right.
He got hurt that summer. He hurt his foot. He didn't really play that much during the season.
Right.
So that was the same season. Golden State came up. Steph won an MVP. That following season, that 2016 season, that's when Golden State went on that run. And I'll never forget, KD did an interview. And in that interview, he was like, you know what I mean? I get hurt, and y'all forget about me that quick. You feel me? So he was like, because he had an issue with Steph really getting all that pub over him. Oh, he the best player in the game now. He was like, damn, I get hurt. I just won an MVP. I get hurt, and y'all forget about me already. What was his chess move? I'm going to go to Golden State, show I'm better than Steph, and beat Bron.
On a stacked team.
On a stacked team. But that's how he playing chess. Now, I mean, Sonny, we already know you don't like LeBron.
Sonny, no, none of that. No.
Bron
producer, get that out of here. Thank you.
Bron used to beat the mess out of the Celtics. You feel me? And them Heat boys used to beat the mess out of the Celtics. Now, I mean, shout out to KG, though.
Hey, you know what? I got to think about that, though. They keep saying LeBron was the orchestrator of the first super team. No, that would be Danny Ainge with the Celtics. He made the chess moves to get
Man, that's
Paul Pierce some help. He got
man,
Paul Pierce that help.
man,
He
that
got
thing
KG for a bag of Snickers.
go
That's
back to NBA always has stacked teams. Only thing is just that
it's the way they did it.
the organizations stacked the decks. Red Auerbach stacked the decks with the Celtics. You feel me? The Lakers stacked the
Yeah.
decks in the 80s. You feel me? Like you feel me? All them weapons Magic had. Like, come on, man. Come on,
But
man.
that was through draft, not through free agency and buying yourself out in your contracts. But
Not
the
really.
way Boston did it.
Not really. Not with the Lakers. No, I mean not with the Lakers. If you think about it, you feel me? They signed Jamal Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes wasn't originally with them. Kareem came to them. You feel me? They
Right,
got
because he left
Worthy in the
Milwaukee.
draft.
He left Milwaukee. Yep.
Yeah, they got Worthy in the draft through some
Yep.
funny business. You feel me? Through some funny deal, and that's how they got Worthy. You feel me? So it was like, and Red Auerbach did some nonsense with the draft, and that's how they got Bird. You know what I mean? So it was
That's
always
how they got
fun.
Will Chamberlain too. They got Will
Exactly.
Chamberlain also. He got
You know
some
what I
Will
mean?
Chamberlain dirty.
Yeah, it was always funny business. But I do feel like Bron in his eyes is the best player in the league, and KD's eyes, but you feel me? He can't just go at Brown with any old team. You know what I mean? He can't go at Brown with just any old. He need a stack deck because he know at the end of the day, Brown overall game, he controls it. It's better than his. He a better scorer. You feel me? In my opinion, than Brown's not even close. As far as skill sets, as far as the bag they got to go into to get buckets. You know what I mean? Brown probably more efficient because Brown keep it real simple. You know what I mean? As far as
Bron is a chess player / facilitator.
exactly.
KD is a killer when it comes to shooting. Yeah,
Exactly.
Bron can shoot, but he's not Steph Curry. He's not James Harden or KD.
You can't
He's
do
not
nothing
that
with
type of killer.
you can't do nothing with somebody that's 7 foot could pull for
Can we get
30.
this Celtics stuff out of here right now? I don't do Celtics.
Nah, we don't do the Celtics at all. Not no more.
No,
No more.
no.
Not no more. When they had KG, I used to rock with KG and Ray Allen, two of my favorite players ever. I damn sure used to
I used to rock with KG until he went to Boston. Sorry. When he put that number 5 on, I couldn't stand him.
I needed him to get a ring. My boy put in too much work to not get a ring.
I'm sorry. As a Detroit fan, it's still the one play. It's 2 plays that get on my nerves. If there's a steal by Bird, that announcer is pissing me off, and I still, for the life of me, I'm a big Michael Jordan fan, but that steal that he did with Lambert getting a foul on him and he scooped it under him.
Mm-hmm,
He did the reverse layup.
Yeah,
I'm really tired. I'm really tired of that clip.
I meant to ask you. That was something I did mean to ask you before we started this. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know, I'm out here in Jersey. Trenton, what's good? Brother, Dane, he's out there in Detroit. So are you a Detroit Lions fan as well? Or do you support all the Detroit team?
I plead the 5th.
Man, you should be
No.
You should be ashamed.
You know what? There's a backstory to Detroit Lions fans that we have to have a second team because our team sucks so badly over the 50s since the invention of the Super Bowl. We have not won jack.
Yeah.
And it's always next year.
With the bags over. With the bags over your heads, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Man, I went to a game with a box on my head saying "Fire the coach" and fire. In fact, it was my first NFL football game in a long time, and I was a teenager. The Detroit Lions, we were 0-3 at the time. Monday Night Football went against San Fran. We won. I don't know if I was to be happy or mad because I had this giant box on my head, hating on the Detroit Lions.
That's crazy.
But next topic
up over here.
But next topic, man. We gotta get to
yeah. So what you want to get to? You want to either all right? Let's choose. You either want to do the Dak or you want to do the debate.
Women.
You want to do
It's
the
Women's
women?
History Month. Yeah, Women's
Okay.
History Month.
Okay. Well, let's
Because we
get to
got to
the
give love to the women.
yes. So today we're gonna talk about Renee Montgomery. You feel me? We're gonna give he still what he say? He still hated the Lions. He
Oh
was
my
rooting for Sad
God.
All right.
Barry was still playing. I couldn't hate the Lions.
So I thought since it's Women's History Month, I want to keep it present about women making history. Renee Montgomery, salute to her. I remember her. I first heard of her when she was at UConn, winning there. Then she came to the WNBA. She won 2 championships with the Minnesota Lynx. Uh, she has recently became the first former WNBA player to become an executive and owner of a WNBA franchise. Montgomery now owns the Atlanta Dream along with the Northland real estate firm chairman Larry Gottsteiner and Northland president and COO Susanna Bear. Uh, Montgomery stated that my dream has come true, breaking barriers for minorities and women by being the first former WNBA player to have both a stake in ownership and a leadership role with the team is an opportunity that I take seriously. I invite you to join me as the dream builds momentum in Atlanta. Now, to all y'all that was in tune, back during the bubble, because Renee Montgomery, she also known for her activism. The whole WNBA. Shout out to the WNBA. They was leaders down there in that bubble. They've been leaders in social reform and everything. You know what I mean? They like my boy Al always said, you know what I mean? The black women, they always lead. They always be the ones the first to step out and make things happen. So now WNBA is predominantly black women, and they definitely have been leading. So during last season, their owner at the time, Kelly Loeffler, she had made some remarks. She didn't quite agree with all the social justice stances that teams was making. She definitely didn't agree with kneeling for the flag. She was running I think for a Senate seat. She was a senator. She was running for the seat. She lost to Raphael Warnock, who players from the own Atlanta Dream team, Kelly Loeffler own players from the team was wearing support the Warnock jerseys. They didn't want her to be a part of the league. They was trying to say she needed to be fired, or not fired, but give her ownership or what have you. Her actions caused WM players to endorse Raphael Warnock, a Democrat running against her in the Senate runoffs. The efforts from WNBA players played a quintessential role in Warnock defeating Loeffler. She ultimately sold her 49% stake in the Atlanta Dream. So that was big, and Renee had a lot to do with it. So I just wanted to give her flowers. She was able to. The story is how she got into it was LeBron said something. You know what I mean? Like he should buy the Atlanta Dream, or I should get a group together to buy the Atlanta Dream. And she was sitting there thinking about it. She was like, "Why not?" And she reached out to him, and he the one that hooked her up with the other 2 people who bought, the financial group who eventually bought the Atlanta Dream. And she credits that and LeBron's what's his voting thing is to get out and vote organization that he supports. She credits them for getting her in tune with those people and being able to be a part of that group who bought the team. So breaking barriers. She's doing something new, something that's never been done before, and so she should be a role model, somebody to look up to. So young black girls can see now I don't gotta just play basketball. I could own a team.
Facts. It's an inspiration for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
She became more than what she actually dreamed to be. Most people just dream to be in the NBA. I still have that dream, even I'm 42, going on 43. I can still do it. I think I could play defense one more time. Get that one contract. That 10-day contract.
Right, Willie Styles. The Browns more than a vote coalition. That's
right.
That's what helped her get in tune with them.
No matter what Sonny says, you got to admit that whatever LeBron does off the court is pretty inspirational to a lot of people. It's upbuilding. It's not negative. I'm pretty sure he has some skeletons in the closet, some stuff that he doesn't want to get out, or the NBA doesn't want to get out. But I'm just going to take the positive and just run with it right now. Helping people out, helping students out, with that promise school.
Mm-hmm.
Helping this young lady out, having a black ownership in a more not a diverse. There's not a lot of black owners anywhere for anything. That's why, not off the topic, but the Carolina Panthers. People were saying that Puffy was en route for buying the Panthers some years ago. But it's great to see this young lady breaking barriers and becoming the first black female owner of a WNBA team. But before we go, I gotta give salute to Cynthia Cooper, my favorite WNBA player of all time.
Yeah, Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops was mom.
Oh, come on. Cynthia Cooper was keeping the Rockets not the Rockets.
The Comets.
The Comets afloat. In fact, the first four-peats.
Well, my baby girl, Cheryl Swoops, she got an MVP and a couple of defensive player awards during them little during that 4-peat. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, she was that deal. And shout out to Shamika Holdsclaw. I used to love Shamika Holdsclaw.
Man.
Well, you know what? Since we're here on the WNBA, you know what I mean? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
There's another woman. Since we talk about women's history, I should have told Willie to put this on one of the banners. Shout out to Maya Moore. You know what I mean? Maya Moore, she got a legit argument of the GOAT of that shit. You know what I mean? She got a legit argument to be like, I'm the GOAT. And she only 31 and she hasn't played in the past 2 years. And she got 4 WNBA titles, finals MVP. So if y'all don't know, y'all probably wonder why he's shouting out Maya Moore. Well, I didn't know we was talking about this, so I didn't have his name. Good brother Willie in the background. If you can look up her, she just got married. You can look up that for me real quick. She what happened was she retired a couple years ago because a gentleman who is now her husband, but at the time he was locked up and he was doing time, and she felt like he was falsely imprisoned. Jonathan Irons, man, she held free from prison. So it took them a few years. She this woman, like I said, had the argument to being the greatest women's basketball player to ever play. You know what I mean? A lot of people was calling her the Michael Jordan of that. You know what I mean? Or just flat out the Maya Moore of the WNBA. She was that great. You know what I mean? She retired right in the midst of her prime, got this man free. I forget through which Journey for Justice. You see it right there. Willie got it pulled up for us. And back in 2019, to help overturn his wrongful conviction. And then they recently got married. They asked her, was she going to come back this year? And she was like, I spent so much time. We spent so much time getting him free that I want to experience a full year just with him home. You know what I mean? So she won't return for the W. Yep. Y'all see it right there. It's a dope story. That's what you're talking about. That's love right there. That's what you're talking about. Holding somebody down. That's just, that's amazing to me. You feel me? So like, she got my utmost respect. Utmost respect. You know what I mean? So I wanted to shout her out.
Yes, facts. The only thing is she's going to have a big decision on her hands in the future because she's 31, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure if she has any kids or have any plans to have any kids. That's a major step. Yeah, she might not come back because the older you get, it's going to be harder for her body to adjust to that. So
That's a fact. That's a definite fact. You know, I hope she does come back, and if she does come back, if she's not what she once was athletically, to me, what she is now as an icon is even more to me. You know what I mean? So that sacrifice was worth it in my eyes. You know what I mean? So I doubt. You know, I want her to come back. I was hoping she came back this year. You know, anybody that know me know I'm a diehard WNBA fan. Uh, I be hating that when you watch these sports shows, all they talk about is the same old topics, the same old players, same old sports all day, every day. You know what I mean? So, uh,
I listen. The pregnancy wasn't trying. I'm not. It wasn't a negative thing, but it's a life decision that she's going to have to choose
yeah,
if she wants to have a kid.
we got caught up in the
Man,
private chat, yo. We bring
this this guy,
private chat comments to the to the
this
chat.
guy.
But anyway, really funny, man. But anyway, yeah. So shout out to her. So we about to wrap this up. To be honest with y'all, so we like to end it on a fun note. Something I seen on Twitter today. They was talking about 2-on-2, and it's two things. It's two things I want to get to real quick. So first the 2-on-2 they was talking about Quinn Cook, who just got released from the Lakers. You know, he said in the 2-on-2, who y'all rather have, uh, LeBron and KD versus Magic and Bird. He said you already know who I got, which means he going with Bron and KD. So who you got? Who you got? I want to know who you got.
Just for kicks and giggles, I want to go with Bird and Magic.
Why? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. You going with Bird and Magic? First of all, you know, Bird. This is what I'm gonna say. I feel like Bird is one of the more, even though he gets so much love for saving the league. Him and Magic, along with Dr. J and Kareem. I think Bird better than Magic. You feel me? Kiss. You feel me? Like, to me, it's not even a question, bro. It's not even a question. If I'm Brown, I'm just giving the ball to KD. You feel me? Like, you say what y'all want to say about me, huh, KD? You feel me? I'll fuck around, be top 5 in assists anyway. Let me get all these assists right here. We going to 16. I'm about to give me 16 assists right here. Like, I'm serious. You know what I mean? Who gonna guard it? Because you know what I mean. Magic defense nil. You feel me? The man 7'1". You know, Bird 6'10", but he too slow. So, but if Bron decide to take over, he want to take over. Everybody compare Magic to Bron. I don't see the comparison. You know what I mean? Magic is nowhere near the athlete Bron is. Nowhere near. Not as fast, not as quick, not as strong. So it's like, what are y'all going to do? You know what I mean? And then all Magic guys, he going to try to do post moves on KD and Bron. It's like, come on, bro, that ain't going to work. I think Bron will be guarding Bird, and KD will guard Magic, and it's over. It's over. Bird might get you. Bird might, he gonna go to work on Bron. You know what I mean? Bird, you know what I mean? That can't do nothing with that shot because he's shooting from back here. That shit money. You know what I mean? For real, all he needs is an inch from back here. That shit money. But I think it'll be a good game.
In their primes,
And
I'm
they're probably,
taking Magic and I'm taking Magic and Bird because, and no, it depends on what rules too. Are we gonna play
man,
by the '80s rules?
we
Because
playing we fuck that. We playing hood rules.
oh,
Two on
hood
two.
rules. Oh, Magic
Yeah.
and Bird for
No.
KD, not KD, but mentally they're too fragile. You get under their skin, like it's game over. That's all you need. Bird is the biggest trash talker than anybody. You get in KD's head, he's gonna
I
go to
don't.
Instagram and is under his fake account saying he's talking trash.
You're gonna have to guard KD. Cause that all that's gonna do is just make KD snipe. He just gonna get. I mean, KD one of them dudes
Uh,
when you talk to. You know what I mean? KD one of them dudes when you talk to,
mm-hmm.
it's like he ain't gonna really talk back at you. he just gonna get buckets on you. You know what I mean?
Not
It's like,
I I've seen him talk back to some people, and his game has been terrible. Now, Magic, he's one of the few people besides LeBron that could play all five positions,
yeah, he really,
all
man.
five. But he's not going. Whoever's defending Magic isn't going to steal the ball that easily. He has the more weight and more knowledge of the game than KD. He has more. Yes, he's more. He's less athletic than both of them,
And
but
I
I think the experience will actually run in the favor of Magic and Bird.
and I'm gonna say this. I think in a 2-on-2, athleticism can be neutralized a little bit. You know what I mean?
Get
But
physical.
yeah, but it's just too much space. It's too much space at the end of the day. So, like I said,
Who's going?
KD can pull
Who's
from
calling a foul?
30. So Bird has to get out there on KD. Magic has to get out there on KD. All KD going jab step, I'm out. Boom. Dunk. Pull up. Step back. Boom.
You can't
Bron,
you can't get
Bron
the ball if you're holding you.
1-2 fadeaways. Like they ain't got nothing with them boys, man. They ain't got nothing with them boys. They ain't got nothing.
Not. But if there's not a ref game, who's going to call? He's holding me. He's holding me. Nobody's going to call that in street ball.
Bron, and that's my point. So if we're gonna play that type of way, that benefits Bron more than anybody. That benefits Bron.
I don't.
Yeah,
I see Bron too.
Bird never had to guard nobody like Bron. Magic never had to guard.
That's not true. That's not true.
Who?
You forget Dominique Wilkins.
Dominique Wilkins is 6'5". No, Sonny. We ain't talking about no
oh my God.
washed up bird. What are you talking
Can we get
about?
her out of here? Thank you.
Like, I'm talking about, and they probably like he was listed at like what 6'8". Dominique
he's
6'7". Like 6'5", 6'6" at most. You know what I mean? Bron a legit 6'9", bro.
No, because Dominique was standing over Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan listed 6'6".
Michael Jordan ain't 6'6". Because if you ever seen Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley stand next to each other?
Yeah, Michael Jordan is taller than Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley is really 6'4".
Yeah, they about the same height. I was just watching, you know, they had the thing, the inside what is it called? Inside the NBA, they had a little mini series recapping their whole
I missed that
journey. Yeah, I watched all 4 episodes. And then when they was doing Charles, they was doing this once. There was all that scene they always do when they're in the Olympics. Where he was like, I want to be like Mike. Now when Charles was saying that. And when they standing right next to each other, bro, they looking eye to eye. They looking eye to eye. You know what I mean? So you get Bron at 6'9", that much speed, that much power. Y'all like people gotta understand. They was like MJ had to bulk up to like 215, 220 to deal with the Pistons. Bron walking around like 250. You know what I mean? 250, 255. Like it's a different animal. You know what I mean? KD they never seen nothing like KD in the 80s.
That's true. Because he's really 7 foot.
Yeah, he's really 7 foot. You never seen nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like Bird 6'10", but Bird ain't moving like that. Bird ain't moving like that. We never seen that 7'1" dude that much skill and that much athleticism. You know what I mean? That much coordination.
You know what? I hate that I took this side of the coin now. Just to let you know that after this argument, it's really killing me trying to keep up this argument.
I got one more. I got one more quick one before we get up out of here. I think it was Nick Wright from First Things First. He had posted this on Twitter. He was like, if you talk about putting together like a 2-on-2, this is what he said, and he's like, some people who isn't held in high regard as some of these other names will actually go higher. And his example was T-Mac. He's like, if you're gonna do a 2-on-2, you know what I mean? You might take T-Mac over a whole lot of people. See, for the Boston joint was listed at 6'4", 7.5". Like he wasn't no 6'6". You know what I mean? But so and he was like, if you pick you pick T Mac, like T Mac would go high. T Mac would go over some of your favorite players of all time. Some of the
Okay.
like if you
All
talk
right.
about top 10, top 20, you might not necessarily have T Mac top 20, but if you're doing a little 2-on-2, 3-on-3, T Mac might go number 3, top 5. You feel me?
I don't disagree with that. T Mac
Yeah.
is underrated actually, because his offense was so great. His defense was
Well, he was known
underrated.
for defense. Yeah, he was known for defense at first
No,
when he went to
no,
Toronto.
yeah, because he didn't have the playing time. Because
Yeah.
come on, you're backing up Vince Carter. You're
Mm-hmm.
not you're not getting that PT.
But so who would you pick? Who would be who would be a name that's not considered amongst some of the greats that you would pick first? I got one already. I know. Throwback too.
Give, give me one.
Bernard, Bernard King.
That's not
Two
fair.
on two, 3-on-3.
That is
Yeah,
not fair.
on Bernard King. That quick release, that jumper, that mid range. You feel me? He get his shot off on anybody. I'm going Bernard King before the injury. I mean, before the injuries, Bernard King.
Before he came to America, Arvydas Sabonis.
Arvydas Sabonis.
Before
Yeah,
he came to America,
yeah,
he was a beast.
yeah.
Before the knee problems.
Yeah, he chipped the US. He chipped the US if I'm not mistaken. Well,
But
one of them Olympic games. He chipped the US.
but the thing is, it seemed like Portland always pick up these big men with bad knees and ankles. It's like,
Yeah,
geez.
yeah. Who else? I'm trying to think of another name real quick. Off the top of my head. And a 2-on-2. You know what I mean? And we obviously we talking about mainly perimeter players. I ain't even gonna go big man because if we go big man, it'll really get unfair. It'll really get unfair. Like so, I'm gonna stick with some Wayne players. You know, everybody know
I got one for pick a guard.
Penny before the injuries.
Yes.
You know what I mean, Penny before the injuries. My favorite player all the time.
Yes. I used to
Penny.
try to carry the basketball up the court like him, like have your arm up in your chest and like that. I did that for a minute.
Yeah.
Kevin Johnson.
A lot of people forget about KJ. KJ was averaging 20 and 10.
Dude, when you dunk on Hot Rod Williams or
Mark
tip
Eaton.
dunk.
Mark Eaton, he got bodies. He got Hakeem. You know what I mean? Like KJ got bodies out here.
Oh, don't forget Olajuwon in the playoffs, 1994.
Mm-hmm.
Dunk came on a vert, caught him. I'm like,
yeah, KJ get forgotten in a lot of these conversations when you talk about point guards because he had that injury. I believe I heard Chuck. Matter of fact, I know I heard Charles Barkley say before that once he had a window in Phoenix to win a title, but once KJ went down with that knee injury, he was like he knew that window closed immediately.
It was before the knee injury, actually. That 1993 season when they went against the Bulls for that three-peat,
yeah,
he actually hurt himself trying to help up big Oliver Miller.
Yeah.
He tore his quad. He tore his stomach. And, he never really healed. So he playing all through the rest of the season, basically injured.
Yeah. You know, what I mean, it's a lot of couple other Wayne players that we tend to forget that could get buckets, and who names don't. You talk about somebody like, even if they weren't in 30-point score, you talking about somebody like a Glenn Robinson or Javon Mashburn.
Oh, big dog.
It's like them dudes could score on anybody. I don't care the name. You feel me? Scottie Pippen, MJ. I don't care who the name.
One for you. I got one for you that Scottie Pippen couldn't check.
Oh, GL.
Oh, yes. Grant Hill crossed the sneakers out of him.
Yeah, GL.
Grant Hill was unforgotten. He's very underrated. Before he had all his injuries, he was a walking triple double. He was LeBron James before LeBron James.
Yeah, he was a smaller version. I'd say his handle was better than Bron's. You
Oh,
feel me? But
not LeBron
Bron,
did have better passing.
yeah. The thing about Bron, the most disrespect, the weakest part of Bron game is really the strength.
Post.
Nah, his Jimmy, his jump shot.
Oh, yeah.
When you compare him and Grant Hill really like his jump shot was, he was mid range strictly. You feel me? He wasn't stretching out to the 3-point line. See, Brown from a rookie, we all knew that his shot was streaky, but Brown was still pulling from three. You know what I mean? Brown was still pulling deep. He had still heat up, but he just streaky. You know what I mean? Like even now, like his jump shot, the best ever has ever been. He's still going his streaks where he missed a lot. You know what I mean? He just streaky from the jumper to where, but he always had range. Brown always had range. But when you talk about G Hill, G Hill was mainly mid range. You feel me? But as far as going to that rack,
Over.
I used to see him he used to give Scotty and MJ. You know what I mean? You look at his numbers against Scotty and MJ, he handled his business against them, both of them. You know
I'm
what
gonna
I
tell
mean?
you.
Allen Houston too.
Oh man,
Allen Houston used to
when
get
he
them
went to the Knicks, his game just exploded,
his
and it was
triple.
really great, bad and good at the same time. That Patrick Ewing went down.
Yeah.
They went to Allen Houston a lot for the primary scorer.
Yeah, the trailer was there
But
too, though.
that's the landlord.
Yeah,
That's a forgotten one.
choking niggas out
But
like Sprewell.
but for a Detroit perspective on Grant Hill, when we really fell in love with him, you know how they used to call Grant Hill really soft or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit's playing in Miami, and Lonzo tried to bully Grant Hill. Grant Hill slammed him on the ground,
Mm-hmm. I remember
and
that.
Zoe got up like, and Zoe Grant Hill was like, "What? Come at me!"
Yeah, I
One
remember that.
one play later, crossover, Dan Marley,
Mm-hmm.
another
And
body.
it was similar. People don't talk about that one for whatever reason, but it was actually just the same exact the way how he got Alonzo is like how when Vince got it. When Vince got Alonzo, the one where he
That
turned
was nasty.
sideways. Vince just had his. Vince was just when he was in the air. His just athleticism. He just different type of animal.
I'm mad
But
that wasn't a foul.
yeah, it should have been a foul. But if you look at that highlight, Grant Hill basically dunked on Alonzo that same way. It's just that extension Vince had. You know what I mean? Vince extended on his things like nobody, like
Yeah,
no other business. You feel me? Like that shit was just crazy. Vince, one of my favorite players too, North Carolina Tar Heels. But look, good people, you know what I mean? We don't went over a lot of
lot.
time, a lot. You know what I mean? I tell you, when we start talking sports, we can start talking sports. I start talking they thought Grant was soft because he went to Duke, but that man was a killer on that court. You damn straight
Yes,
he
he
was.
was.
He was the first, you know what I mean? He was the first Duke player I like rocked with. You know what I mean? Because you couldn't say nothing bad about. You know what I mean? If you try to deny Grant Hill was nice, you feel me? You ain't know what you was talking about. You know what I mean? Grant Hill was
I
that
hated
deal.
Christian Laettner.
I hated Christian Laettner too, but shit, he was a baller too. I can't, you know what I mean? He was a baller.
Yeah.
He was a baller. I give it to him. Christian talk shit. Christian was one of them. I say this, Christian Laettner, one of the most hated. You feel me? Cause he was one. He got the argument for probably having one of the greatest college careers, but he was
Yeah.
also one of the most hated. He was one of the
Oh, there's
most
a
hated.
documentary about that. I actually
Yeah,
watched it. That
yeah.
was a
I
good
actually
doc.
real good doc. And then when they break it down, how you know what I mean, it's like everybody thought he was some preppy dude coming from wealth. You know what I mean? Christian came from, you know what I mean, poverty, humble beginnings. You feel me? He was, you know what I mean, he talked that shit and he backed it up. You feel
You know who
me?
came from? You know who came from riches to was Bill Laimbeer. He didn't need to play basketball. He was wealthy. His
He
family was
was.
wealthy. Yeah.
I was watching another podcast. I think it was the Knucklehead. Shout out to them, the Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles, and they was talking about Michael Candy.
Oh yes.
And they was like, you know what I mean? It was like homie like a real live prince back home from where he from. You know what I mean? He didn't need none of that. He didn't need none of that NBA money. You feel me? Like he was really that deal back home. He was really rich. You know what I mean? So it'd be surprising some of these dudes' stories. You know what I mean? That's why I was
Yeah.
always surprised about the hate Brown got. gets. You know what I mean? Like Bron come from where a lot of us come from and lived a lot
Nothing.
rougher. You know what I mean? Than a lot of us have. You know what I mean? Than a lot of us have. I should say. You feel me? You know when you got to switch schools like 8 times as a kid like that, and like 1 school year, 2 school years, some shit like that. Like that's crazy. You feel me? That's that you can see why. You feel me? You can see why he held his friends from back then with him now. Because he never had once he was able to build a bond with somebody and get some stability, you feel me? Like, he probably was searching for that his whole youth, his whole little childhood. You know what I mean? Once he got it, he wasn't letting that shit go. I just hate his hairline. His hairline hate him. You feel me? But somehow it keep coming back. It somehow keep
I'm
coming
gonna need
back.
y'all to stop talking about that man.
but
Listen, this is not Skip Bayless show. We're not gonna do that here.
but shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to my bro Kiss. You know what I mean? Thank you. Appreciate everybody that tuned in to us. You know what I mean? Dave, you want to say your salutations before I close this out of here?
Yeah, appreciate my boy Rock. Thanks for Willie Styles for producing, and thanks for Sunday with the insight. I'm just kidding. Still love you, girl. Keep his comments going.
Nah, I mean, yeah. Nah, but he a good ball player. You damn straight he is. He the GOAT. No,
Whoa, whoa! I think we
we
should have
get
ended a long time ago. Don't do that. Don't.
nah,
You can't pass.
Kareem
You
the
can't
GOAT.
get to Mike. You can't pass Kobe.
Nah, I mean Kareem the GOAT. Kareem the GOAT. Oh, he passed Kobe in '09. He
The
passed Kobe in '09.
blasphemous.
He passed.
Oh my
Ain't
God.
nobody a more dedicated Kobe fan to my bro Kiss that's comment right now. He a diehard Kobe
Kiss,
fan. And he had to
kiss,
admit, back
kiss.
in like 2010, like, damn. You feel me?
Kiss,
So
I only need you to be my best friend and not him because he clearly has lost cabin pressure over there in New Jersey. What the heck?
nah, but in all actuality, we're gonna get to this another show where we're gonna debate. I want to debate who this whole GOAT terminology and who is and how do we apply it across different sports. You know what I mean? That might be a dope topic for see, you feel me? And he loved Kobe. Kobe, you know what I mean?
Uh,
You feel me? I'm talking about I used to go to his crib watch the games. He got the Lakers slippers on. You feel me?
so see, yeah, onesies.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He got everything. You feel me? He got all the paraphernalia. I had to respect it. And he a diehard Sixers fan at the same time. He loved
That's
AI.
just backwards. How, what?
Hey, 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 you feel me? I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at him at all. But we gonna close this out right now. Like I said, appreciate y'all. Check us out. You already know, bro. Check us out. Check Sunny out. Next week, I believe, or the 28th, she said. She come back the
20,
28th.
yeah.
No, not the 28th.
27th
Somewhere around there.
to
She gonna do her
27th. That's a
she gonna,
Saturday.
yeah, she gonna do her Sex with Sunny. Uh, we full of content now. Next Thursday, our great brother Willie, who producer, who been holding it down behind the scenes. Know what I mean? Let's keep it real. Let's show our brother some love. Give him his flowers. Know what I
Yeah,
mean? You know what I mean? He do the Willie Styles takeover. We play music, talk music. You know what I mean? Have different topics. Everybody's welcome to join in. Then you already know the main show. You know what I mean? The bread and butter every Monday, 10 p.m. We live, GFT Radio. Sunny said the 27th. So we be live, GFT Radio, Mondays, 10 p.m. We everywhere. Twitch live. You know what I mean? Listen to us. We on demand. You can Spotify, AllHeart, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, whatever.
it
Give
sounds like
out
we're
your
trying to break the internet.
yeah, man. With your content.
Content.
At this point right now, Willie should already know though that I don't got the Teespring right off the top of my head. So there you go, big fella.
Get your merch.
see how you write on it? You write on it. Get your merch. Teespring.com/stores/CFT radio. Now, I mean, support us while we support you. Join the conversation. Know what I mean? Much love. Y'all can catch me on my blog at kingstruth.com. You can catch me on Twitter at eTrentonGroovy, on Snap at KingsTruth. You know what I mean? It's been a couple days on Twitter. A couple of my tweets been booming. You feel me? A few hundred likes. I don't know how or what's going on, but you know what I mean? I've been plugging this there too. Dane, you want to give out your info?
Yeah, you catch me up Another Level Up on Instagram and on Agent D-Lo on Twitter and Agent Shinlo on Xbox and PSN Network. That's when I do most of my gaming. And see you in a couple of days.
In a couple of days. You hear me?
Well, we gotta come up with something better. Can't see you in 7 no more.
And say see you in 7 no more. We gotta step it up.
But
hey, we just gave y'all the fans' perspective. You know what I mean? Holla at us more.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D, 1/3 of the podcast GFT Radio Show.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles from the GFT Radio Show. Just letting you know you can catch us every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern.
And to get some merch, I got some on right now. Go to teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio.
Grown Folk Talk Radio. Join the conversation. Let's have some fun. Holla.